Welcome back, guys and girls, to the gorgeous city of Charlottesville. This episode we are mainly going to be focused on expansion, and it is on this part of the city. So we don't own this tile, which is why it's not built there. It looks a bit weird, but we don't own it. We are going to own it at some point, but not at the moment. So we're going to use this as much land on this side as possible to expand. Also expand the tram network, bus lines, you know, that kind of thing. Also possibly trying to put down a train line, because we've got a train station now. So the idea is that we're going to continue the line and have one line go across. Because I don't think, if my memory recalls correctly, we have a train station in Sherry. That's it. We don't have a train station, and I feel like if I'm going to continue expanding this way, this area might need a train station. So I think that could be a good idea. I don't think we're going to be pulling the metro all the way. Not sure, not just yet. Do we have a metro? No, that's just a road tunnel. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what we're going to do this episode. Also, because I want to try to reach the next 24,000. Probably won't be able to reach it this episode, but that's the goal anyway. Okay, so before I do, okay, so it goes down. So I'm thinking that means I should probably push this in. I don't know, something like that. I'm not entirely sure when it starts to go flat. I think it's actually somewhere around this section. And I'm going to take advantage of that and do something with it. Okay, so you can get pushed back. Same with you. It's going to get smoothed out a little bit better, especially this section. Let's just smooth this bit out. It's looking quite sharp. We have that section. No, that was supposed to be flat. Okay. Probably not this section, though. Okay, that's leveled. Ooh, okay. I didn't even know. Okay. And that was a tool I didn't really know how to use, but okay, that's quite handy. Right. So let's how do I want this? We have. Okay, that's a good point to put a road there. And I'm going to do the same thing like that. There will be a gap in between, but I'm actually quite fine with it. Before I do anything else, we've got water, so I'm going to put down some people just living on the borders. Do I just want low? I do want high. I'm actually not sure. I'll keep high on this side, and then we'll keep low in the middle, and then we'll just see where we go. I think I want some high density down in this section, because I think that can look pretty cool. We can't do much about this side because there's a big cliff there. So we're going to leave that as it is, and let's continue to focus on this section. Now we need some shopping, so I'm going to just leave have just a little on that corner right there. Same thing on this side, and then we'll keep a bit of high density. And I think actually that works. That works fine. Okay, so that helped out a bit. Now the thing is, we just need to connect all of these little roads. Yep, okay, like that. We don't really have any parks, so that's also one thing I'm going to add. And I'm going to add this one, because this is my favorite park. I like, because it feels it doesn't feel so, how do you say, because I feel like the other park, we're losing loads of money. I mean, we got loads, but I don't like those numbers. So I have a feeling it might be the industry, because I've had that problem in a live stream I did recently, where the industry So my current income in industry 1.6 thousand. Okay. And my expenses for the industry, which is that's the industry. Okay, so 13,000. That's quite a lot. I think that's just regular. This is the special. So my weekly income right now is 17,000. So I think that's the one that goes up and down. Might actually be because of the resources. Why are you? What's the complaint? Okay, you're complaining. But we have a crematorium, so I'm just going to, just like empty your bodies. Right, okay, so if we go, I have a receipt hanging on my computer. I'll move that so I can actually see this button. Okay, so if we look at this, we have almost run out of the land when it comes to ore. So that means we can't really mine much more of it because they are starting to complain, and it means they are not producing enough. These are not complaining just yet. I think that's the reason why these special industries. That's the only downfall I feel like with the industry. Because if you play with vanilla, you are going. I mean, the industries are going to, the resources are going to run out eventually. So it's a little bit. Well, you take what you get, basically. Same thing with the first highland. You've also run out, but I think it's looking pretty okay so far. So that's fine. The one good thing is the woods, because the woods won't go away, because this is a something that it's a regrowth. You keep planting it and it'll just grow up again. So I would advise playing with the industry package is that you would play with the mod, because the game has its own mod where you have unlimited resources. So that's the one advice I would give when it comes to City Skylines Industries. Otherwise, it's a very, very cool expansion pack. DLC. I'm sorry, it's cool. It's called DLC. Expansions pack is for The Sims only. Okay, so got a bit of that. We got a park going on. I like it. Now I think we should be able to smooch you back somehow. If I do this, not enough soil. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to move you back just a little. It's going to look very wonky because of the houses, but that's not how it's going to stay. How do I do this? That's also one thing I like about when it comes to mods, is the unlimited landscaping tool, because it makes landscaping so much quicker. Like, so much quicker. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, I don't mind this. It's just you have to use a different technique to it. Okay, I think that's fine. We'll continue. I think we can up to 3 that bit. And then we're probably going to have to go down. So it won't, because I don't want the cliff to be too edgy. That's the thing. We'll keep some people there. I'm thinking I'll keep high density around this park. And then we'll go back to low on that side. And we'll make sure we'll put a pathway just there, so as an extra connection. The reason why I'm not putting in high density commercials on this area, because it's not packed enough for me to feel like it's even a use to do it. That's the reason. House of Walls, the series of walls is okay, so that's good to know. We got this solar power thing going on. We could also do something with this area too, but for now, I'm actually enjoying it the way it is. Why are you parked? Okay, so you actually work at the solar power plant. So that's pretty cool that you brought your dog even to work. That is pretty cool. That this is a workplace that allows dogs. And Cedric Phillips, he is the one working at the solar power plant. Good luck to you. Right, okay. Where were we? We were down here. Okay, so you're expanding. We could. I'm going to expand the tram network. It can go down to that section, but then I feel like it's going to have to turn because I don't want the tram like near this roundabout because that's a highway connection. So you are. Okay, I was wondering where my guidelines is. I always turn them off and I forget to turn them on again. Perfect. Do it a little bit different this time. Not there, just one up, so we'll get it nice and close as possible. Same thing there, and then we'll do this. Perfect. We need to put a school as well, and some services. Just, you know, just that little something to make sure that they actually like to live in this area. Okay, so we should have a crematorium, so I think I'm going to put that one right here. Because it covers, crematorium covers a pretty hefty area, so I think that's fine. You can stop empty. I won't remove the cemeteries because I like them. It's just so, well, I have to empty them to be able to use them again. So, you are all flat down here. Actually, I could technically. I'm going to continue to expand. Oh no, it's the Skylines again. Okay, I'm going to continue to expand you. Just because I can, and we need a good area just for some more shopping. That's okay. And we'll connect you, and connect you. Ooh, that's I think I'm going to have to do this with this area because otherwise it's not really making much sense because there's a too big gap going on. But I think this is okay. So we'll turn those off again, and we'll just make a few of these connections all the way through. Also, it creates a nice barrier for the shopping and the residential. So I like doing that. You might have noticed if you've followed me for a while, you might notice that my creative style and my building style is pretty much the same. So we're going to have the tram. It went all the way, just like one big loop. It makes a stop there. Not sure. I don't want it to go down this way, so I'm going to stop it there. We're going to have some offices because we need we need something else happening in this section too. And then just a few high density buildings, apartments, that kind of thing, before I fill the rest in with low, because I like low residential. Okay. Same thing here. We'll keep a few apartments just to give it a bit of an extra. And I think it's time also to pull down the tram network to that area too, just so they have some kind of connection to it, to everything. Ooh, also the train. We could technically, I think we'll put the train station at the back. So this is a regular, just passenger. We're going to have it right there. So that means I think I'm going to have to change this section because it doesn't make sense. Well, let's just put some offices and some shopping in between, and I'll change you into an apartment because it makes a bit more sense, because I want it to be a bit more, you know, a bit more going on. I always lose the words. Right, okay, wait, they have not really no way to loop around. That means I would have to use that section. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this stop. I'm going to move it. No, I don't want. Drag it and move it down there. And then we can just easily add stops along the way. That's an uphill, but I think it's fine. And then we'll just put that back. And wait, so it's the same tram line actually, because it makes more sense in a way. We'll put another tram line, like a stop right there, and they should be a bit more happy about it. Right, okay, so now let's just put where's the train station is over there, and we need to make sure that it gets connected to this one. So I'll start with first pull it out a bit, just so I know where it sort of goes. That's an uphill. Actually, it works fine. Yeah, it works fine. It's a little bit steep down, but there's enough, long enough, like, you know, how they can, you know, distance to break. Oh, I keep losing the words today. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So we need to get the train line going somewhere over to that side. Okay. So you can't bridge over the same way as the other one because this one is going that way. So this one needs to go a different way beneath, which I think is the best way to go. Okay, so okay, Skylines, and we should be able to do this. Okay. No. Okay. So you follow the same outline, and then we just need to make sure that you go down underground. Slope too steep. Oh, okay. Wait, might be on me. One. Okay, so just one. Wait, how does it? Oh, what? It's not lining up perfectly. That's annoying. Oh well. Okay, so technically I need to go lower than that, I think, because now we have this train, or I could have it continued under the ground and then somehow come out over this way, and then no, I don't think that will work in a good way. I'd have a twisted bridge because I like the bridges being straight. That's the thing. But it needs to go over like this somehow. I think the best options would be to try to twist it around underground and have it come out this way as a bridge and then bridge over. It would be a very, very, very long bridge though. Because technically, I mean, bridges only cross the shortest distance. And that is not the shortest distance. And I don't like there being too many bridges over the water. I don't like the idea. So the other idea would be to have it continue just, you know, following this parallel, which is not a bad idea. And then come up this way, but then you would have to, like, cross somewhere. Or another thing, which could mean that if they use the same bridge, so it connects up underground somewhere, like just like here, connects up to this one, she uses the same bridge, and maybe it will, and there the train line depart, I mean it shifts, and then maybe it goes underground again, and probably just above. I don't know, I think that's actually a better idea. I'm not sure if that's going to work if they use the same kind of train line, but we're going to see. It's just one line that goes on the other one, so I think it should be fine. Okay. Ah, no. Wait, no. Okay, go under. How about we just do... it's okay. It's the best I could do for now. And then we'll just... Okay, so now they need to connect. So that's a connection. Underground, if this was real life, it would be very, very dangerous, but that's okay. So they share the same train line over here, and that this is where this one will just go floof. Of course it won't. It will be overground. Wait, how about this? Because I wouldn't mind it to follow. Um, I think something like that. It's a little bit weird, the connection, but it should function the way I want it to. So, and now the question is, because ideally I would like it to bridge over. So what we could do, it could, you know, continue, follow this up until that point, and then it bridges over. Ooh, is that a 4? Well, that's a bit steep. And that won't work. I could do it like this and then have it go down. Okay, that works fine. And then go up to that point, go over. It goes down a little bit, but I'm okay with that too. As long as it, yeah. Okay, so it technically goes through Robin, but my idea is actually here it could actually if we go down to ground level and then we continue another 10 units and then we go like underground. How does that look? Not entirely sure. Because I like the idea of the train. Wait, why am I in? I like the idea of the train. Oh, we're up on 21,000 now. That's pretty good. Okay, so we just need more works now. That is the thing. So before, I just don't want to lose the people I've added. So I'm going to quickly, the thing is too loud. So let's just move those people. They just doesn't make sense. Let's just move, get some offices in. And some shopping. We'll add one high density. There's got to be some. Okay, some shopping, and we don't need apartments at the moment, so we're going to just leave it like that. So that will actually get a bit more high density. We could add it here too, because this is more. Oh, you got garbage issues. The thing is, we've got. I mean, our garbage processing status is very okay. So it might be that they just. Yeah. Okay. It could be that everything else just took too long. I'm thinking, where can we add more? I'm thinking we'll just push this one out. How much was that? 400. Okay, pause. Because I'm going to get a bit. Okay. And then reconnect it. And then we'll just. Offices. Okay, so you got water connection. It's not entirely flat, but I think that's okay. Right, let's get back to the train line. Okay. So we are, where is it? Okay, so it's here. And we need to connect it up to that one. And I think that is going to be a bit tricky. What we could do, we could keep the train elevated all the way through. But no, I think I might have messed it up. Yeah. Because maybe it would be better to just get it elevated and then twist and turn over and then like keep it elevated over this way. I don't know why I'm yawning. I can't help it. Maybe. No, I don't want. I mean, I like the train station where it is because it's also a close connection to Laurel. So I think that's a good place to have it. It's just that I can't. Let's just pause everything because all the cars movement is making me a bit dizzy. Because I like the way to just keep the tracks elevated, but at some point it's going to have to. So I think the best option at the moment would be to tunnel it. So we're going to. I'll try that. Not sure. Wait. So if we keep to grids, that's 10, 11, 12 units. Okay, so it'll. No. No, okay, that did not work. Okay, so let's just keep with my original plan to level it down like that. And then we'll 1, 2, 3. This is the thing, because it gets a little bit wonky, but at the same time, maybe it's just going to have to be allowed to be a little bit wonky. When it transitions between the two. Okay, let's just keep it like that, and so we are going to have to continue actually forward for a bit because we need to bypass the metro. So I'm supposing we'll keep the train tracks. If you just continue just a bit further. Okay, no, maybe it can't. Okay, fine. Maybe it might not be able to have it underground. Okay. We'll just keep it this way then, and try to make sure it follows everything as straight as possible, because that gives it the fastest acceleration pace. I think it's called. Right. Okay, so it climbs up. And if we remove this just a little, because that means it won't have to deal with that hill. Now. Okay, guidelines. Please, where is... Okay, so technically no, doesn't need to go that far. Just needs to go up until that point, I think. That might actually be a little bit too... yeah, okay, I'll take that. No, wait. Let's see here now. 10, 11, 12. Up. And then get connected. That is actually pretty completely okay, because it makes more sense to have a tunnel beneath this hill. Okay, let's see if that works. So we'll have one train stop there. Has its own tracks this way down. This is not the best curve for a train, but it's City Skylines. It will work. And then it continues up and over, and then it connects up to this one, this train line. So they will share a train line for quite a bit, and then this is where it will switch to make sure that this one will have its openness space. So you're going to go that way, and it's quite actually a long way. So I think this train line will have a use for it. How is it? The buses have different colors. The tram only have one because we only have one tram. The metros have different ones. So this is the second one. That first one is orange, so I'm going to have the second one in green because it's a lovely color. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works, because I love I mean, in real life, trains they do share tracks, and depending on where they go and that kind of thing. So let's just follow this train. There's no one on it because it's just recently embarked on his first how do you say, virgin journey. Okay, so here it goes off the other one. So now there's no obstacles anymore. They don't have to wait for anything, and they just continue. Ooh, this is okay. Yeah, that's actually fun. That's fine. That's fine. We've got 6 person on it. Yes, 6 people. Welcome, welcome to this train boarding from. First of all, where are we? It's boarding from nowhere to Charleyville. Okay. I need to wait. I need to get on my train. Okay. Welcome aboard, everyone, to this train that goes en route to Charlottesville. We got 6 people on it currently. Make sure that you have plenty of leg room. I don't know why I said that. Okay, so it goes whoop and continues and continues. Under, no one knows what's going on. There's a roundabout. Ooh, wow, there's a green train coming up. And then it continues to use this line. Ah, it actually works. There's no train behind it currently. Might be because I think I only have one train that goes back and forth, so that might be the reason. So this thing there, I think this train line is hopefully going to be worth it. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. So we got a 21,000. We have been recording for almost half an hour, or maybe even past it. I don't really know. I have a timer next to me, so I'm not entirely sure. But I'm going to make sure. I think it's time to make a little bit more of a push to get to the next level. So I'm going to continue with this area. Let's just do like this and then connect it up again. It's that's a little bit wonky, but we can make sure. I at least want to give it an honest shot to get to the 24,000 is what I'm saying. So there's no use in really putting people there. Now the thing is, I'm actually wondering whether we need more dirty industry or whether we need offices. That's the thing. Okay, so I don't know. Still same thing. Time will tell. So I'll put a school right there. Do we need more high schools? Yes, we do. We got like 4,000 eligible, and we definitely don't have the capacity for it. So I'll put high school works next to it because it's right next to a tram, so it makes sense. So there's a little bit of a school district going on. We'll decorate it as I usually do, and then I want to make sure there's actually some shopping to do at the back of it, because when I was in high school, I always tended to go for my lunch shopping at shops and restaurants and that kind of thing nearby instead of eating at the school cafeteria. It was expensive, but still, that was me. That's what I did. I think I'm going to. We'll put some apartments. But I think I want to keep the rest like residential. No one is going to move there, but still. Okay, so we have the crematorium there. We don't have a healthcare. We've got 146 citizens now. Heal capacity is only at 500. Just to know. So that means that we should probably. They're very sick in this area, which is explainable. These people here are very, very, very sick. Everyone is living there. Don't know why. Might be because it's a very dirty area. Could be. So I'm going to use this to my advantage and just plop some stuff down. Okay, so our fire hazard is very, very high. So okay, let's add a fire station over there. We need a police station. I'm going to put that one on this section, and then we've got some more coverage. I don't think I've actually placed down like one of those big train stations. I mean, fire stations and police stations. I don't think I have. Maybe in this one. No, actually, only the small ones. Do I have a big like with fire coverage? No, I only use the small ones, which is a bit strange. But still, I have it. And it doesn't really help this bit, but it's going to at some point. So let's just put in some more and just houses. That's what I'm going to do. Houses. No, I'll keep this area free for now. And we'll put some trees. We'll just use the smaller ones. And I think we'll be fine. Okay, so 22,000, that's not bad. We are climbing to the sky. We might make it. We might just make it to the 24,000 that we need. So how are you doing? You are complaining, but you are operating, so that is good. I'm thinking though, maybe in the next episode we should probably start looking into plopping down a university. I don't know. I think it could be a nice idea to have somewhere. You're a bit complaining though about ish garbage issues, but you are fine right now. I mean, I think it's the garbage is fine. It's just that they're being a bit complainy. Okay, so we're still more. How about we just put some more in this area? So I haven't used these ones. These are the medium tree plantations. So far I only have the small ones. So let's just add those in. Okay, that's the wrong one. That's plenty. Yeah. Okay. Slope too steep. Well, okay. We could put it like here. Hey, actually, that suits quite fine to that area. Yeah. Okay. Not enough natural resources. Well, I don't know why. Because you're trees. You just need to grow. Basically, I don't know. Maybe I should have put it like further inland. I don't know, but I put it there now, so it's just gonna have to be there. Is there anything else I can put in? I don't think so. Let's just make some beautification. Okay, we're starting to lose people now, so that is not good. So, okay. Well, first of all. Okay. Perfect. Just some expansions. I'm thinking because we just need more job places, and I'm not entirely sure if shops will cut it, or if it's actually need more offices. Because I don't think the population is too well educated, which might be the issue of why we have lacking in what is needed. Hey, wait, why can't I? I wanted to connect you up. Why can't I do that? Okay, strange. Well, I'll use these ones then. Maybe it is I need like loads of it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. We could easily add one more park. So I'm thinking, since there's lots of offices, we're going to use this fancy park that I actually don't like to use. But it gives a lot of boost to the area, and it should help out a bit, and we'll keep houses at the back and apartments at the front. Not that anyone is probably going to move in, but still, it's just going to be there. Okay, still 22,000. We're losing people, and I do believe it's about the jobs. How is this one working? Okay, 75. Yeah, okay, not bad. How many people are? There's quite a few waiting, so I think this train is really worth it. How is it with the traffic? The traffic is good. This one is a little bit heavy volume, but it's working fine. This toll is actually working fine too, so everyone wanting to go in there. This is getting a bit heavily trafficked, but I think it's fine. And people are paying for this one. Yeah, it's looking fine. 91% traffic flow, average 90. Because it's going a bit up and down around that, but that's actually pretty good. How much of these people are using public transport? 1,800, could be higher. How many of them are using blimps? 13 people a week, so they're not as popular as they were at the first start, but still, they are popular. How many are using the cable cars? I think these ones are pretty popular because they are It's only actually only 26. Okay, so it was not the, you know, how many are using these ones? Because I put cable cars down here too. These ones, okay, wow, okay, this one is used a lot more, which is understandable because it gives these people a different way to actually get down from the hill instead of using this road, that they can just use this one if they want to get down to this area and maybe do some shopping or work or whatever they're doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this episode right here. We are so close. We only have about 3,000 left. We are having a bit of it's going down a little bit now, probably because it's just lacking jobs. So it's just, and that's basically just need to expand. That's all there is to it. Expansion at this time. And I am thinking that the next tile we're getting is probably going to be this piece of land, because I'm thinking we'll maybe do another agriculture area in this one, so we'll try to cut it down a little bit more dirt roads because there's so much fertile land. So I think that might be a good use, and just make some residential area around it, and then connect over with bridges across to this island where we could also use more ore, and there's some forestry and that kind of thing. We could also use the game's own generic of these ones, so we don't have, because I think that could be a good idea instead of just like always use the industry, because I think might also be a good idea. So either way, enough of me chit chatting. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.